Hello, everybody. Welcome. And this is our monthly Facebook ads class sponsored by Alexa and the fine folks at the Loan Officer AI CRM. And I'm your host, Chris Johnstone, and good to see you. Quick little reminder, let's get right to it. Cameras on adds to the family-friendly feel of what we got going on here today. And yeah, there are no rules. You can ask any questions that you've got about Facebook ads or Google ads in any case, and we'll get right to them. So we are only scheduled for a half hour, and we got a lot to get through in that time. So we're going to rip right into it. So to all of our early birds, everybody always shows up 5 minutes late for everything. I don't get that, but we're gonna reward the early birds here. So Armando, good to see you. Dave, good to see you too, brother. Right on, Chad, good to see you. Does anybody have any questions about Facebook or Google ads, or just like in general social media? And again, this is a support call only for members of the Loan Officer CRM, and so this is just added value. We don't run Facebook ads for anybody. This is just, we know people have a ton of questions about them, so we host this monthly class for you to get you any answers to any questions that you
Hey
have.
Chris, quick question.
Yeah, chat.
So if like we've been uploading, hundreds of agents into the CRM and they get automatically added to the Facebook targeted marketing stuff.
Yep.
Should we like if I've got 1,000, 2,000 in there, whatever the number is, do I want to kind of dial that back and maybe hone in on the 50 so they're seeing it more often now?
No,
Versus having it go to 2000. And I'm
no.
like, some of them have said, don't call me anymore, blah, 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 all that stuff.
And that's not a no, in my opinion. That's just a not right now.
Okay.
And to keep them in the list, because keeping in mind, like, even though you see 2,000 on the list, you're probably really only targeting maybe like 1,000 or 1,200 of them, because Facebook can only find so many of them. And then out of those, the number of those people that are logging in every single day might be half, right? And Facebook actually watches for the people that haven't seen your ad yet. And when they log in, they serve it. So I believe it's better to have a broader brand across everybody. And that audience size is so small, I wouldn't worry about it at all. Great question. Yeah. So we have a Facebook custom audience size. We've got a small targeted list that we're doing of about 9,000 contacts, I think it is. And we have days where we don't spend the full budget. Um, so that's where that advice comes from. Awesome. All right, my man Dave, did you have a question?
I did. I had talked to Alexa last week about I have the custom audiences and I have several, maybe like 10 or 12 different um what do I want to say? Different groups, for by county. Sorry
Oh,
about that. And she was mentioning something, or I had a question as well. Should there just be two like higher folders for past customers and then qualified agents, and then below that, different children, so to speak?
so great question. I tend to lump everybody, like past customer database and qualified agents, but then just everybody goes into those two categories. And I wouldn't worry about segmenting by specific market, because the the value that you're going to produce really isn't going to be specific to a specific neighborhood. So you're good to go. I would just put them all in qualified agents and do qualified agent marketing.
Just like you said before, just like naming and date, so you know when they went out, something like that,
Yep, exactly. You got
as
it.
a subgroup.
Yep.
Okay.
Michael, welcome. Good to see you. Right on. And Armando, oh, any questions? Anything we can help you with? Nope. Good to go. Fantastic. Okay, cool. And Michael, what about yourself? Any questions? Anything we can help you with?
Um, Nothing in particular right now, I guess. Didn't know if this was like I guess similar format to build it with Chris, or is this more of just a Q&A type?
So this is Q&A specifically for like online ads, because we have a lot of people in the community that want to run ads, have a lot of questions about it. So this is just like an open forum Q&A about online advertising. I do have something super cool to show everybody today, but I wanted to get through Q&A first before we kind of hopped into it. So
Okay,
we'll get into the ninja stuff, and stop me if you have any questions. But great to see you here.
cool. Thanks.
Awesome. All right. So check this out. I'm going to take you guys into the inner workings of a beta program that we have running right now. So I've got 3 top producing loan officers that all have top producing real estate agents that have lost their lead gen through the big providers. Call it Zillow, Realtor.com, insert in big lead seller here. A lot of those services have started to stop selling leads to real estate agents that won't work with their in-house lending team. So, or they've just jacked up the cost to the point where the agents are so mad about it that they've finally been like, hey, look, we're not going to do this anymore. And so these top producing agents came to me and said, hey, Chris, can we go direct to market, generate real estate leads for our real estate partners, and then load them into the CRM and work the real estate angle, but also the mortgage angle at the same time period. So what you're seeing here on the screen is Google Ads. Inside Google Ads, we've created a campaign that is focused specifically on St. Petersburg. In this campaign here, in the last 7 days, we've generated 4 qualified, I shouldn't say that, 4 real estate leads. And if we take a look at the last 30 days, this will be all told. So this is the total campaign performance because this thing's been on for about 14 days. So in St. Petersburg, Florida, we've generated 14 buyer leads. So these are buyers that are interested in buying real estate in St. Petersburg, and our average cost per lead is $29.13. If you were on the class that I did on Build It with Chris a week ago, I think it was, our cost per lead was around $40 a lead. So we've shaved about $10 a lead off of the cost of the leads. So we've generated a grand total of 187 clicks. And these are people specifically going to Google and typing some form of real estate search that shows us that they're an active buyer. And I'll show you the keywords here in just a second. But 10% of the people that have seen our advertisement have clicked on it. Like 1 out of 10 people that go to Google click our ad, which is like an outrageously high click-through rate, which means that our ad copy is doing great. Thank you, ChatGPT, for helping us write some really compelling ad copy. But it's all hyper specific to the market, right? So these aren't just like general buyer leads. These are very specific leads that we're trying to pull out of the St. Petersburg market for buyers. So we have invested a grand total of $407.81 to get 14 people to opt in. And our conversion rate on our lead generation page is 7.49%. So out of the 187 clicks, 14 of them have opted in. So I know that I can get this conversion rate up to about 30%. Once I'm at 30%, there's not much I can do to get it past that. And right now, we're very much in the split testing phase of what headlines are going to get people to convert, what order do we ask the questions in order to actually get the person to give us their contact information. We actually discovered last time we ran this, not on this particular campaign, but if we ask for first name, last name, and email right up front, we get bad quality leads. But also, we're actually able to get more leads through the funnel if we ask them all the real estate questions first, like what type of house are you looking for, what neighborhood, what price range, and we take them through a survey. And then at the end of the survey, after they've given us all the information, then we say, okay, well, to get your results, tell us where to send it, what's your name, your phone number, and your email address. If we take them through that long series of questions and then ask for the contact information, we actually convert more of the leads at the end of the process, and they're higher quality. So we get more leads and they're better quality. So that's the process that we're going through right now. And if I can take this from 7.5% to, let's call it 21%, I'm going to be able to get my cost per lead down to about $12. So $12 buyer leads from Google. Now, there's a lot that's going to have to happen in between now and then. I got to go into the lead generation page, run a bunch of split tests, invest the money in order to drive the traffic to see what's actually going to work. But out of the gate, if you go to a real estate agent that has a team that's used to spending $700 for a Zillow lead, and you can say, hey, I can go direct and get you leads for $30 a piece, they will do backflips for the opportunity to work these leads. And then it's just a matter of putting the ad campaign budget together and driving the traffic for them. So this is a brand new service that we've offered. Obviously, it's in beta, but we've got 3 people signed up for it. The way that it works is we're charging $1,000 a month to manage the whole thing, build the lead generation pages, build the follow-up sequences, and manage the Google ad campaigns. That will go up after we come out of beta. But basically, for the opportunity to be able to take this out to a top producing real estate agent, it's $1,000 for us to manage it. And then we recommend that we've got different people looking at it different ways, but then the ad budget is on top of that. And the way that we do it is we charge the card, like we take the ad budget, and then we're running the ad budget through our Google Ads account. That way I get all the data so that we can optimize all of the funnels together better. So that's basically how the whole program is working out. So if you've got a top producing real estate agent team in your marketplace that's looking for leads or that's having a problem with lead gen, this is a fantastic way to get that relationship closer and open up the relationship. And again, not about, hey, I'm going to blow your business up with leads, but it's like, hey, here's this, I can introduce you to this vendor, I can help out with this, but the real value here is in the relationship that we have in order to be able to work your deals together. And you're not looking to just work the leads, you're looking to work the actual deals themselves. And I believe out of these 14 conversions, we're up to 3 appointments. So 3 out of the 14 leads have actually gone through the funnel, reached back out and said, hey, yes, I'd like to book a pre-approval appointment. I don't have the numbers this morning on how the funnel came in over the weekend, but I'm pretty sure those are the numbers that we're working at right now. So if you look at that, we're 3 appointments for $400. So we're about $133 per appointment that's coming through the system. Armando.
Hi, Chris. Oh, hi, Chris. Thank you. I just had a quick question. So if we wanted to approach a realtor and say, hey, we can run ads for your business, is this something that they're paying or something that we're paying?
So the $1,000 a month management, the loan officer is paying for. In my opinion, the real estate agent should be paying the budget for the actual leads themselves. So you agree on what that's going to be. Some teams are happy at 1,000. Some want to spend 5,000 or 7,000 or 10,000 to whatever to replace the ad budget that they've been spending on Zillow or insert in other service, right? So it kind of depends on the partner. In my opinion, the bigger the better. This is whale bait. You definitely want to be using this to go after the biggest producers you can possibly find in your marketplace, because they are always hungry to feed their team with leads. And in my experience previous to this and running this type of lead gen, this works. They will actually generate business from the leads that come through this program. And you're able to pick up a little bit of business that comes on the back end of it. But what you're really doing is securing a relationship with a top producing real estate team.
So essentially what you're saying is that us as loan officers, we pay the $1,000 a month for you guys to be able to run the ads, but they're paying the ad spend. They're the ones that are putting the budget and say, hey, I want to spend $1,000 a month and run ads, and then so how do we get that money from them? I mean, is this something that you guys give us a link and we have them pay you, or how does that work?
So we have an initial appointment with you and the real estate agent, and we explain how the system works. So we basically say, hey, we're going to run ads. What type of customers do you want? What don't we know about the marketplace? Like St. Petersburg, they were like, no condos. Like we don't want to sell condos. There's no condos here, no condos. We were like, okay, great. And then at the end, we're like, okay, what do you want the budget to be? They tell us, and we say, okay, great. Billing department's going to reach out. The day that we turn the ads on, we're going to charge your card for X amount of dollars. Do you agree? Yes. And then we're the ones that they're paying. So the real estate agent pays us, and then we put the money into the budget in the AdWords account.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. My pleasure. Great question. My man, Robert.
Hey, again, sorry about the camera. It broke. It's
it's all
coming.
good.
I thought it was gonna come in today, but it's coming in tomorrow when I just looked. So my question is what is the minimum that you recommend? Like, if I have an agent coming to me, he's like, oh, $100. Like, I mean, $100 doesn't seem like it's gonna do anything. So what should I counter with them saying like, I think the minimum should be this?
That's a great question, because this essentially is a math game, and you've got to have enough numbers in the funnel in order to be able to produce the one lead that's actually going to turn into business. And we find that it takes anywhere between 40 to 50 leads in order to get like one good one that's moving forward, either on the mortgage side of things or either on the real estate side of things, where, extrapolate that out, it's 2%. Like if you've got 100 leads that come through the system, you've probably got 2 good workable deals that are going to come out of 100. So you have to be able to produce enough leads inside the system in order to get the return. And that's how I explain it to the agent. I just say, look, it's a game of math, and we need enough numbers to be able to get the one to kick out of the bottom. These leads are currently $30 a piece. So if we want to generate 50 leads, which gives us a chance at a deal, right? Then the math on that is $1,500. So 50 leads times $30, $1,500. That's why I'm trying to get the lead cost down and around the $15 mark, because 50 leads, $750. If I've got a budget of $1,000, chances are pretty good I'm going to be able to generate at least one lead a month that everybody's really excited about, because we've got a pre-approval, we've got somebody out shopping, we've got somebody in the flow and in the process. Does that make sense?
And do you recommend the same amount, like if they're wanting to do Facebook ads instead of Google?
Oh man, I wouldn't touch the Facebook ads.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And reason being is intent. So in order for somebody to see these ads, they actually have to like go to Google, type in some form of intent-based search to purchase a home, answer 7 questions, then fill in their contact information. And so they're the ones that are out seeking the information. Whereas on Facebook, a lot of the people are just like hopeful that they could buy a home, or they just like looking at real estate. So it dramatically reduces the conversion rate on the leads that you generate.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Hey, no problem. Great question. And all this to know that, like, I guess I'm somewhat jaded in the answers on this stuff because I've answered them so many times, but also because so many people, especially like the real estate partners that you're working with on this thing, are going to evaluate it in a 90-day window, some of them in a 30-day window, which is way too short to actually see the total results of the program, because we know that the majority of the leads that are going to convert from generating them here right now you get the first initial conversion is instant. So this person fills out the form. Our AI reaches out to them, has a conversation with them, gets them booked in, and you take applications from a certain amount of those people. 4 months later is where the actual opportunity exists, because we generate the lead. They're interested in buying real estate, Okay, now we're getting ready to buy real estate. Okay, now we're actually ready to go. And that's when they're actually ready to convert, book an appointment, and do something. That's why going out to qualified agents and saying, hey, I'll go work your old cold dead leads for free is actually an amazing offer for you, because at the 4-month mark, they're almost a better quality lead than they are when they were originally generated on Zillow. So if you look at your relationship with a top producing real estate agent, and it's like month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, you're doing 100 leads a month. You've got 400 leads in your funnel. Then every month you're converting more and more appointments of the leads, because you've got month 1 hit 4 months, then month 2, then month 3, month 4, and you're stacking 100 leads into this thing every month. So by the time you get to the end of a year, if you've done 100 leads a month, you get 1,200 leads that you're working all over the map on conversion, but they're converting. So every month as you run this thing, your conversion rate of the leads actually goes up slightly, because they're getting further and further along the buying process as you have them in the funnel. Does that make sense? They study this ad nauseum in the car industry. Like, how long does it take somebody to actually purchase a car? And the numbers are eerily similar to mortgage and real estate. It takes somebody about 4 months to make a buying decision to when they're at the point that they're ready to talk to a professional. And that's when we want the conversion. So these leads here, the fact that we've got 3 appointments, we could call that a fluke, because really the conversion doesn't come until we've worked the leads for a longer period of time. So to give you a little bit more color and context on how we generate the leads, this is our data so far. So 6 of those leads have come in on estate for sale, right? So this is a broad match keyword. So this is basically real estate for sale, but people that are mistyping real estate, or some long, super long version of a long keyword phrase that includes estate for sale. So real estate for sale in St. Petersburg downtown, things like that. And you can see here, our conversion rate on those leads is 7.89%. Our click-through rate is 10%, which means 10.13% of the people that have typed that into Google have clicked our ad. And out of 76 clicks, 6 of them have opted in. So our conversion rate is 7.89%. So definitely we want to increase that. But here's the interesting thing. This is where data turns into more conversions, because when we look at this, I'm like, okay, real estate is where I'm getting the majority of my traffic. 750 of the people have used the words real estate. So then I'll go to the lead generation page. And if our lead generation page in the headline says homes for sale, like search homes for sale, I'll change the word homes to the word real estate, so it matches the search phrase that they've used. And you increase the conversion on the lead generation page by mirroring the language that the people have used in order to find the page, because they're like, that's what I was looking for. So this is where actually looking at the stats provides really helpful data. And the more money that you've spent, the more data you get, so you can make more informed decisions and make the funnel better and better as time goes on. It's a whole lot better to look at $10,000 worth of data than $1,000 worth of data, which is what makes every system work better. The next one is home search. So home search has been great, but these leads are $23 a piece. And this right here, average CPC. So this is the average cost per click. This is how much we're spending every single time somebody clicks the mouse. And this is based on competition. So this is me going head to head with Zillow and Realtor.com and all of the other websites that are buying this traffic. And they're setting a bid, and I'm setting a bid, and Google's taking the highest bid. So we're constantly fluctuating budgets on keywords based on the ones that are generating the leads on how much we're willing to spend. So these are ridiculously cheap. Like this campaign is working exceptionally well. If I was to go in and look at loan officer or the mortgage application, mortgage pre-approval, and I have to go try and compete against Rocket, they can be like $23 a click, $25 a click. Well, when you're only generating, let's say a 10% conversion on a $25 click, that's a $250 lead, right? The cost per click really matters. So again, what we're starting to find here is that it's a whole lot easier for me to go after the real estate traffic because I can buy it for cheaper than I can the mortgage traffic and competing in the mortgage game. And somebody who's interested in real estate wants the pre-approval to find out how much they qualify for. So every lead that we generate in this funnel goes into two pathways. One is the real estate agent reaching out to book an appointment, and the other is you, the loan officer, reaching out to get the pre-qualification, which is a ton of fun. Now, St. Petersburg Homes for Sale is very specific, $5.03 per click. Click-through rate's a little bit lower, and we've generated one lead for $60 a lead. So because my cost per click is $5, my cost per lead is 60, right? Even though my conversion rate's the same. This one's 8.2, this one's 8.3, but because I have to bid so high on this keyword, this one's probably not going to make it. So for campaign optimization, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to come in here, take this, pause it, so that the AI can take the budget and put it to other keywords that are performing within the campaign. And as soon as I pause, the keywords that are expensive, that aren't actually producing leads, my overall cost per lead comes down because I'm putting more budget into lower cost keywords that are converting. Does that make sense? The other half of it is the quality of the leads. So I've got to watch the quality of the leads that are coming through in the conversations that we're having, because a keyword might generate a ton of leads, but they're all garbage. Like if I have a keyword that sneaks in here that's like low down payment homes or homes with zero down mortgages or something like that, and that's where I'm generating all my leads, all the leads are going to be looking for a zero down program and probably can't buy a house. So you've got to keep high intent, but also high quality keywords running and try and trim the low quality stuff off the bottom as you find it. So not a ton of data in this account, but that's how we look at it and analyze it to really figure out what's working well. This one here might be a hidden gem. Again, not enough data on it, but look, home for sale listings. We've had one lead, $10 a piece, $9.66, a 50% conversion ratio on the lead generation page, and a 25% click-through rate on the ads. So for whatever reason, people that are searching that really like the ad and are converting on the lead generation page. But again, there's not enough data to make a decision here. So I just got to keep watching. And then the more of these you look at inside one account, the better your data gets on what's actually producing. So that's our ad groups. And then quick little peek at the ad. This is, if we click on here, a responsive ad. So what we've actually done here is we've taken, come on, a whole bunch of headlines and a whole bunch of subheadlines and put them all in here. And Google is filtering them based on what the person has searched to try and give them the best ad experience. So you can see here, I've got 15 different headlines. So St. Petersburg Home Finder, our AI finds your dream home, free AI home finder tool, AI search by style. So this is what the ad looks like, but it's actually the AI swapping in and out all of these headlines in order to get that person to convert. And then there's 4.
Chris, I think we lost your audio.
Are we back?
There we are, yes.
Perfect. Right on. We're out of microphone, y'all. Awesome. All right, cool. So that's how the actual ad copy works. And then again, when we look at the data behind what's converting and what keywords are converting, I come back into the ads and I rewrite the ads mirroring the language of what keywords are being searched and what keywords are actually converting. So that because when you get the keyword in the ad, Google highlights it, and therefore your click-through rate increases on the people that will actually select the advertisement itself. So this all weaves together in the data that you're learning about your market. And then finally, if I click on that advertisement, it takes us to the actual lead generation page. So this right here, we've got the headline, St. Petersburg AI Home Finder tool. And again, based on, we're going to get more data, but I'm probably going to switch out Home Finder, right, to be Real Estate Finder tool. Find your dream home faster with AI-powered search in St. Petersburg. Get instant access to personalized listings that match your style, a free affordability analysis, and notifications when new homes that match your search hit the market. Start your home search here. And they click on that link. And they tell us what type of property are you looking for? Single family home. What price range are you looking at? They pick a price range. How many bedrooms would you like? How many bathrooms? What style of home are you looking for? This is super interesting. This is brand new. I don't know anybody else in the marketplace that's done this yet, but we produced all of these images with prompts inside ChatGPT of what each style of home would look like in this marketplace. So we actually went to ChatGPT and said, give me a craftsman style home in St. Petersburg, Florida. And it produced the image, and then we used the image to come in here. And now what we're doing and delivering to the person that opts in on this lead generation experience is we give them a ChatGPT, a custom GPT, specifically to help them search in the market. And so the data that's in here actually goes into the first prompt that goes into the AI. And if they've picked a craftsman style 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in a specific area in St. Pete's, the search that goes out in AI has these key phrases in the prompt so that it spits out homes that actually match the style of house that they're looking for, not just the price range. And all done through AI. And the actual deliverable on the back end is we send them a custom GPT. And we say, hey, you can ask this thing questions about real estate in your local marketplace, and it has all the answers. But that custom GPT is preloaded with the data of your mortgage company and whatever real estate partner you're working with to recommend your business when somebody asks, what real estate agent should I work with, or what loan officer should I work with? So the AI actually recommends you, and the service that we're giving these people is actually just a custom GPT that we created inside our GPT account. Yeah, just we're the first in the industry to do that, and we're the first to deliver an AI-based search experience in real estate. But just that. All right, so then they choose craftsman style home, and then where would you like us to send your search information? First name, last name, phone number, and email, and then they hit submit. When they hit submit, it then takes them to the thank you page where they get access to the custom GPT where they can do their home searches inside the GPT. And then you'll notice down here, we've got have questions, need quick answers. We're here to get you home. We're here to get you the answers fast about home affordability, loan programs, or what's possible based on your goals. Call now. This is our AI voice. So if they call this phone number, AI picks up the phone, has the conversation with them, finds out what type of house they're looking for, and then tries to book them for an appointment with the loan officer. But when they call in, captures them as a lead and puts the lead into the CRM for us. So we're capturing leads off of the phone number if people want to call, or the form where people are filling out the form. And then we are also adding down here in the bottom right-hand corner, we're adding the pop-up with the live chat with the AI as well, so that they can live chat with the AI if they want that chat experience as well. Just little things that we're using to boost the conversion. And then Alexa, I just thought of this, but the Provely widget, we need to message the team and make sure that they've got the Provely widget on the lead generation page as well. And Provely is it sits and watches your CRM. And when somebody fills out the form, it sends a push notification to the website and it says, Dave just filled out his information and got his home finder tool. And then that's what actually, it's like social proof that gets the next person to feel comfortable actually filling out the form. So there you go. Right on, right on. And just in time for everybody to get home. It's all good. Right on. Any questions about that?
Yeah, Chris, I have a quick question. So is there like a recording or something out there that I could present this to a group or an agent? Like I could go and throw up everything that you just said, but it won't sound nearly as good as what you just said. Is there something that's out there, or, like, do you have a done at, or what are they called, done as type thing that we can continue to watch until we're not throwing up on these guys?
That's a brilliant idea. I don't, but I will make that for you 100%. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Chad, great idea. Yep. That's awesome.
This is awesome. This is brilliant.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah. I'm super stoked. And I'm not talking about it publicly outside of our group until I get real data. Like, here's 100 leads, here's how many conversations and appointments we booked and that sort of thing. But I'm very, very confident in what I think that we're going to be able to generate with it. So thanks for the feedback. All right. We're a little bit over time, but does anybody have any other questions?
I think Dave just threw one in the chat there. What's the lead buy on Google again for one deal?
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Great question, Dave. We don't really know, but I know from previous experience, we're probably going to be 100 leads will generate one deal, right? So at $30 a lead, we're probably going to be around $3,000. And if I get so cost per lead, when I get the cost per lead down around between $15 and $20, will be between $1,500 and $2,000 per deal-ish that comes through the system. But again, as you run it a little bit longer and you get the second conversion and then the third conversion, the longer you work the leads, the more profitable it becomes.
This is not, sorry, I don't know if you can hear me, but
yeah. Hey.
Hey guys, I am trying to get my Facebook and whatnot set up. This is not for Google, I apologize, but
no,
is there any other source, any way that you can retrieve a Facebook password that's been lost? I can get into Facebook on my phone.
Okay.
I can't, it won't send me a code. The second authentication, the codes are incorrect from Meta. Doesn't work. I can't get any of the normal ways to go about it. There's no support, anything for like super top secret people like yourself that can get in there.
No, but you mentioned you can get into your Facebook on your phone.
I'm in it on my phone,
And so you've got the username and password on your phone.
but I don't have the password, but it's automatically in there. So, but
So, yeah. So access your keychain on your phone and it will show you what password you're using to log in. And then you can use that on your desktop in order to log in.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Hold on. iCloud passwords and keychain. No.
Keychain, huh? I probably didn't even set up the keychain. So that's really going to be a bummer.
That's okay.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to hijack your
No, we were just wrapping up
Google deal.
anyway.
Dave, do you have an iPhone?
I do.
So there's an icon on your phone now. They put the icon on your phone as like an app. It should say passwords, and it's just like 3 colored keys with a white background.
I got that one.
So if you click on that, can you
I got
search
all.
Facebook up there
Yeah.
at the top?
I can. It's blocked out. Oh, but I can copy it. If you guys got this, I'm gonna buy you guys all lunch. I can't tell you. We'll see if that works. I think that's the old one, but yeah, that would be amazing if that was still the one.
Because that's probably
They're
the one that's
impossible.
being used on your phone right now.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, that's probably the one that's on there.
That's my guess.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, no
Yeah,
problem.
thank you.
That's
I
what
need
we're
it.
here for. Awesome. Okay. So with that, final call. Any questions? Facebook ads, anything like that? We're all good. Thank you all for being members of the Loan Officer CRM. We appreciate you so much. Alexa, thank you for organizing this call for everybody that had questions about Facebook and ads. We sincerely appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll be back again next month. So come on back for more learning, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Happy
everyone.
Monday, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.